monster. Yeah,
his stream is very entertaining, and I just
my God,
that's what it was. He got second at the last juice box, so that's second out of 514. That is incredibly good.
Yeah, no, that's huge. That's huge. But we're going to be getting into this game one here. We got Suarez taking on Peckham. Man, this is going to be tough starting on PS2 as well. I have faith that Suarez is definitely able to make this work, but Peckham is honestly probably one of the most consistent, if not the most consistent min that we've seen in the past like couple months.
Fully agreed. And I like right at the top of the match, you saw Ram come out immediately. Like this is definitely going to be a battle for Suarez. But so far, Suarez is doing a pretty good job of staying in Peckham's face, which is of course, you know, the generic min strategy. And Yoshi does get a ton out of advantage state, so it's not impossible. But as soon as Peckham gets a little bit of stage control, Suarez is just going to have to be kind of playing a bullet hell a little bit.
Right.
Pop quiz. Answer however you feel. Do you consider min a zone? I say yes.
Min, yeah, overall is a zoner, but there's a lot of it's very different compared to how other characters I guess would zone, because there's a lot of setups. Like you obviously there's some parts where like you want your opponent to go high, putting your opponent off. Like for instance, like I see a lot of time where Min can handle different styles of zoning. Like when they put a snake off stage, a lot of times the snake will immediately, especially if they're above the stage, will use that their up special to go up a little bit higher. But the Min wants that. They want you to go up higher because look, like see they have that up B that sends them way off up top above the stage, and they're able to, you know, build up stuff like that. But Min is a zoner like through and through, but like they do it differently compared to like other projectiles.
Yeah, that's what it is. Instead of like, you know, me gun or whatever, it's like her arms. But they're so, especially with Dragon's Breath, like they're so powerful too. I think that Min is almost like better than a lot of the zoners, just because not only is that space being controlled, but the knockback from those moves is way more than like something from like me gunner or like even Snake in certain situations or whoever. You know what I mean? Like it's a very scary character to deal with. So far, totally even game though. Suarez is doing great.
Yeah, Suarez is doing a really good job, and that's kind of the big thing about about Min, but also Peckham, is can you find a way in? But once you find a way in, Min doesn't necessarily have a lot of like really good out of shield options as long as you're able to pressure her correctly. But like you got to be careful, because like if you land on their shield and you don't have a move outside of that that's fast enough, you could be eating a huge nair. Like this nair, Min's nair is like old like Smash 4 Cloud Nair. It's dangerous.
It's so insanely good. Oh god, look at that. Look at that ledge coverage so efficiently from center stage. Like I'm happy that where the American meta is, we're not being dominated like Japan is. I don't know if we'll see it, but boy, the scary side of this is there.
Well, the thing is like it's funny you say that. Like when we do eventually get back to offline, there are a couple of top players outside of like who we've seen so far who are playing Min. Like the Buzz likes Min, Esam likes Min, and those that covers a couple of the really bad matchups and stuff like that. And like Min's got some crazy kill power. That up smash, not only is it quick and strong in kills, but it reflects. But so I mean, who knows, man?
Like it's like frame 7 or something like.
It's
what it is.
It's pretty solid.
Even if it's a little longer, like it's very good. You're right.
All right, well, let's see where things go from right here. Right now, Suarez doing a fantastic job. Almost, yeah, kind of in a tough spot. 151. Peckham's got to find a way to close this out, but Suarez is playing this magnificently.
Yeah, Suarez is really adapting. Peckham's going for a lot of the mid-air Dragon's Breath, trying to catch Suarez off guard. And it worked out really well the first stock, but you're seeing him pay a lot closer attention now, even as we're seeing like right now. Like he's really aware of when Peckham is going to start throwing these moves out. And Peckham's not throwing them out blindly either. Like Peckham's throwing them out fairly calculated, but Suarez is definitely on the ball.
But that's the thing is like, yeah, a lot of people tend to look at Min just like, oh, they're just throwing out arms. It's like, yeah, you could technically do that against like against bad players, but against smarter players, better players, you have to be a lot more careful about how you throw these arms out, because if you throw out both your arms, she does kind of sit there for a little bit, and that's part of the problem in this game. If you just sit still and there's nothing you can do about it, your opponent can honestly open you up for so much damage, which is what we've been seeing Suarez do time and time again. These egg tosses have been coming in really clutch. He's able to toss them right over these arms, and oh, that's huge! Not gonna be able to kill though.
It's good damage. I like that slick recovery from Peckham though, canceling that tether to make himself safe at the ledge. Suarez is definitely caught off guard here, just narrowly missing that grab, which is hard to do. It's quite the long grab. But this is absolutely neck and neck.
And that's the thing is like Suarez had a really solid lead, and just like in a matter of seconds, Peckham just able to rack up a whole load of damage. And this is where it gets a little scary because everyone's aware of what Min Min's capable of. And once you start getting really nervous about Min Min in general, like it's just like, what do I do? What do I do?
Right, and you can also see that Peckham has been using Megawatt almost exclusively since it got to like the high damage area, and those Megawatt moves are just so scary strong.
Oh, it's terrifying, like how beefy they are. They're active too, and it moves slower. Oh, that's definitely the stock. It moves slower than like, you know, the Ram too, which is what you see for most of the game. So like you got to get like used to like how fast it's coming out, when you can actually dodge it. But hey, good game one from Peckham, digging deep, finding a way to take it, and because Suarez was in the driver's seat for a majority of that game.
Yeah, for sure. Peckham definitely had to like make that comeback work. But this is going to be a really exciting set. And I like that you brought that up. I never really thought about how much slower Megawatt is, because if you're consistently using Ram, like you eventually get into like a rhythm and a certain pacing that you can kind of like adjust to, whether it's going well or not. But yeah, switching off to a move that's like a little bit slower, but she still has the dragon arm at all times. That's tricky. That's really tricky to deal with. I didn't think about that.
Right. Yeah, and like that's the thing is like there's actually a lot of like really interesting stuff that Min Min has as well. Like shout outs to Pink Shirt Guy, Min Min main from South Dakota. He's been putting out some video about some tech that Min Min actually has at her disposal. Like you can like if you try going like recovering high on a Min Min, right? But like you started off low, like there's actually this thing, especially with the Megawatt, where you can throw out the Megawatt and it will slide across the platform, but then Min Min will be on the ground where she could throw another arm and she can cover like platform and ground level for recovery. So it's really insane.
That's mad scary. That's in like the same vein as when Olimar, I don't know if he still does it, but when he would have the Pikmin like on the platform above him, and just like grabbing you from, you know, 10 feet over his head. Like that's that same kind of energy. You know, like I don't want it.
Yeah, dude, it's scary. It's scary. That's a thing. It's possible. And for like, and it's a little easier, I think, to get the Min Min one than it is for the Olimar.
Oh,
but
for sure.
Yeah, we'll see how how it plays out here. And right now we're gonna go into Battlefield. So my personal experience, I do not like fighting Min Min on Battlefield, and the main reason why is that like, so you got a bunch of platforms above you, right? But the problem is that like if Min Min's able to, she can use that platform to kind of just create a hallway. Like because you got to land on the platform first, if you're not gonna fast fall through.
Right,
but it kind of gives her like a ceiling to protect her head, and she just continue to control that entire space in the center.
Yeah, you're 100% right on that. Like normally, if she's covering her head, she's gotta get a read and go for like an up smash. But that walking through that hallway, nah, it's no fun. It's no fun for really any character to approach through.
Oh, for sure, yeah. It's a bit like Min the hallway monitor.
Yeah, hallway monitor Min. Like no. Oh, you skipping class? You're just 50%. Like, nah, I'm not a fan.
Right. But right now, man, Suarez is still doing pretty good. Still finding ways to weave through the mess here. But oh, there we go. Finally going to get the neutral B. Get a good little damage in that back air, man. That back air from Yoshi is so beefy, man. It's scary.
Such a good move. Yoshi's one of those characters where it's like, you can't really find too many, like, bad moves. Like, whatever the Yoshi problem is, it ain't their moves. Like, they're real good.
For sure. Like, I think Yoshi's worst move. Oh, shit. Yo, Suarez trying to go high, and Peckham says, "Hey, man, how you doing? You come here often?"
The dragon right there, like, give me a little kiss. Mwah. Like, that's so scary. That was a Valentine's Day gift from Peckham right there.
Yeah, but I mean, if Suarez has to find a way to turn this around, that Valentine's Day gift is going to be being sent to losers bracket. I don't think Suarez is ready for that.
But they're doing such a good job of keeping this close, because immediately took that stock right off from the Angel platform nearly.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of mileage out of that Yoshi Nair. Now, I think if if Peckham opts to go back to Ram, maybe some of that can be shut down. But, yeah. I mean, Megawatt's doing good too, so, either way.
Yeah, I think the Megawatt is mostly just to kind of put some extra damage onto the shield that, I mean, you do see shield come out often, and like we discussed earlier, with Yoshi's shield, it works a little differently. You can't be poked.
My God.
But also might have to do with the fact that, like, Yoshi's got that double jump armor as well. And I think, I don't know, does Megawatt go through that?
We're going to find out in this match, because I'm curious about that too. If yes, that is huge for Peckham. Great read from Suarez, though. Returning the favor from that double jump read that Peckham got a stock ago.
Okay.
Again, Duff right in the nose. I know that hurts. I just know that hurts. He doesn't even put his arms up. He barely has them. He's just eating that right in the nose.
Yeah, I mean, but that's just Yoshi. Yoshi's like 40% nose. Like, let's be honest.
I hadn't really done the math, but that's a good point, yeah. Oh, nose, baby.
The nose. And Suarez is doing a good job keeping Peckham off stage. Oh my God! He just sat there. He knew exactly how Peckham was going to recover. You know what? That is definitely a download if I've ever seen one. Great stuff from Suarez, finding a way to secure that game too.
What I like so much about that play is when Peckham landed, he could have secured the kill, but he's like, no, I want you to make sure this happens. I'm going to wait for you to make a choice and kill you after. I can kill you now, but I want it to hurt.
Well, because here's the thing.
That's stuff I like.
Is that situation too, like, the problem becomes that if Peckham just lands on the platform, right? Like, we just saw what happens. Suarez gets the up smash, closes out the stock. But, like, if Min decided to, like, air dodge away onto the other platform, Yoshi follows easy, lands with an air, sends Peckham even further off stage, probably follows up with a forward air after that, getting a spike. So, I mean, either way, I think no matter what option Peckham chose, I'm pretty sure that was lights out. So just as good stuff from Suarez, recognize the situation they were in.
Yeah, for sure. 1-1. And that was a 2-stock too. So the first game was like super down to the wire, neck and neck, but Suarez kind of like stood tall on that one. So curious to know what we're going to see for game 3.
All right. Well, let's see where things go from here. Game 3 is going to be absolutely insane. We got to see if Peckham can dig deep, find a way to really turn this around, because Suarez was looking pretty good in game 1, but game 2 was a lot stronger, and this might be tough, man. Geez, Kalos,
that's interesting, because Yoshi is he's a heavy boy. It's not that Min can't kill well, but you're giving Yoshi a lot of extra blast zone to kind of hang out in. So interesting. I understand wanting to maintain space better though. Like, there's a lot more space for Peckham to run away. So I guess that's going to be like the main game plan, of course. But I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, it is like you said, it's a lot more space, and I imagine Peckham's going to try and find a way to take care of that, or use it to their advantage. But it's also just like, again, like, Yoshi's going to live a lot longer, and like you said, what is Yoshi's like weight? He's got to be like in the top 20 for weight, I think. Yeah, he's pretty hefty.
He's heavier than he should be for what he is.
That is for sure. Oh my! Like, there's some characters who are actually decently heavy, and I'm just like, why are you like this? Like, it makes no sense.
Shout out to Plant.
Yeah. Oh my! I love Plant, dude. But hey, actually, it looks like it's working out for him right now. Peckham with a really solid first stock here.
Yes, I think as long as he can get back to stage. Ooh, God. Okay, as long as he can get back to center stage and really start chipping away, this lead can grow so quickly. You see the Ram come out, but Suarez is able to armor through it and put Peckham in a really rough offstage situation here.
Oh, interesting stat. Actually, I was just looking it up real quick. These two characters actually weigh the same.
What?
Yeah, they're both at 104.
What?
Yeah, so hey, we're all learning something today. So they're both gonna be living equally long for the most part.
If you be Smash like bar trivia, I never would get that right. I'd be like, what?
I think that'd be kind of good. You know, we do a little like bar trivia Smash night. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
I'd be down when offline comes back someday.
For sure, yeah.
Maybe this year. I don't know. It's looking good. We might. Yeah. I don't know. Fingers crossed.
You know, I think Suarez would be down to find a way to take this stock right now, because, oh my, dude, Peckham's making this work. Peckham taking the second stock. Oh, dude, Peckham said, hey, listen, that was a great game too. I'm glad you learned a lot and you found a way to, really make it work against me. But man, like, I haven't shown you my true power, my final form.
Oh yeah, took the Rock Lee weights off. It's like, nah, let's go for real. I love that. I'm rooting for you. You've been great. Happy Valentine's Day. However, like,
what happened there? Suarez, I felt like could have closed out the stock, but just ran into Peckham.
Yeah, that one up smash later, and here we go. 83%. This is looking rough.
Yeah, full rage too. That's another thing to take into consideration. The down air almost killing way out there.
Wow. But contrary to everything I said, Peckham taking advantage of Kalos and really just dominating this third game. Like, the cleanup is insane right now.
Yeah, that is for sure. Oh! What, didn't get the laser on the first one? It probably would have connected. But I think he was trying to get a mix up there because he had both Dragon Arms out. And, oh, that Megawatt's definitely going to close that out. Wow, with a 3 stock to close out game 3. Peckham over Suarez.
Damn, Peckham. Okay, we see you. That was clean. I love that after all the air-to-air pressure that Peckham threw out for almost that whole stock, just constantly making sure that Suarez does a jump. Suarez like, well, fine, I'll just walk forward. And then he just does run away F tilt. Like,
Right.
it's just like,
man,
like you will not have fun today.
Yeah, that was rough, but you know what? Hey, that's a nice little top 32 qualifier where I think Peckham's going to be taking on Meister, so that should be really interesting.
That'll be good. I think that's a great character to actually deal with Game & Watch.